Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn with me, Papa Omega, and Iran. So, our plans are coming together very well. I'm starting a new session today, so I'll have to look a bit around what's going on, but I believe we are doing fairly fine. We have a huge amount of political power, which is great. We are currently working on getting the Shahid Musavi Industries, which will give us 2 extra naval yards. We actually should have 4 already at this point. Yep, we do. And we are preparing to build a first Hangam class. Yeah, I still need to do... I was thinking about this. I'll create probably an Excel file with some ship roles and try to build it from the bottom up. I haven't had time to do that yet, but it's definitely going to start happening today after I do some of the recording, because I want to create independently operating fleets, and we'll need roles like anti-air, anti-submarine, anti-ship roles, mineling, and stuff like that. I'd like to take it a bit more realistically, to use the proper words. As far as production goes, we assigned more industry on the Zulfigar's 2-2Es, which are now being produced at a fairly rapid rate, over 4.5 per week, which is good. We're upgrading pretty much everything we have. The research into the modern armor is continuing, and once we're done with that, I have a feeling we might actually start with the Cold War AFVs and continue on. I actually made a strategic decision that once we get the second trillion in GDP and the 30,000 GDP per capita, which will give us 2 extra slots. One of those is going to be dedicated purely to aircraft, and one of those is going to be dedicated purely to Navy. So we'll have 3 focusing on industry at all time, and these ones are going to be... it's not going to be a hard split, because I think that at certain moments we will need to make some weirder decisions or assign maybe more on the industry, but the role is gonna be 3 on industry and 1 on army, 1 on navy, and 1 on air force. So that actually makes a lot of sense to me, at least in my head, that is. Okay, I just got the same award for the second, and we don't have light metals and steel. What are you talking about? Steel, precious metals, technology metals, light metals. Reduce speed. Do we have everything? What's going on? It needs 7 more units. Oh. Okay. And now it's gone. So was that a bug? Yeah, it was a bug. Okay. A bit weird to see that, but that actually freaked me out. Kurdistan is going to be our next target, as we have also made sure to discuss. The influence there is fairly rapidly increasing. We can't really help them with depth that they do not have. And if we want to manipulate politics or give them military aid, we need certain prerequisites that we do not have. I'm not really sure that it's a good idea to manipulate their politics. Hardline Shiite Revolutionary, wait, they have that? Western outlook, emerging outlook, non-aligned. Oh, that would be amazing if we could just turn them into a Shiite territory, but I have no idea. Well, we're gonna try. That actually sounds like a good option, to turn them into a Shiite nation too. I'm not entirely sure how well that would be reflected in the history. I mean, unless we actually flood them with our people, how would that make sense? But hey, we can try and see what that's gonna do. We're not in a hurry. Technology is going well. Neural networks in construction. Industrial production of nanofibers of the modern armor. Yeah, I think we mentioned that we are going to upgrade the tanks and everything once we get that, because we already should be able to upgrade up the explosive reaction armor at this point. Italian election. Non-aligned outlook. Well, EU is falling apart. That's for certain. And I mean, you are the last ones that we are going to take before we... Afghan Taliban. Monthly auto-influence, okay. Accident chance to naval mine positioning. Nope, we don't need that. Estonia leaves the European Union. Push Damavand to in Gilan naval base. What's that? Wait. Didn't that set... What the hell is a Gilan naval base? Sorry. Rushed. Huh? Hold on the Caspian in Gilan. Someday we don't want that ship at this point. What we do want though is this one. So that's the next thing we're gonna go with. So 14 billion now, which will further increase our depth. But it's still dropping. 31.1% is decent. So we are actually dropping it slightly. And now we're gonna go with the Wizarad-i Jihadi Keshavarzi. The Ministry of Agriculture Jihad is an Iranian government body responsible for the oversight of agriculture in Iran. The ministry has been called Jihad of Construction, but it was merged with the Agriculture Ministry in 2001 to form the Ministry of Agriculture Jihad. So foreign influence is increased, corporate tax revenue is increased, and synthetic refinery construction speed is increased. And we pay nothing, which is the best part of it all. Okay, now we're actually seeing that we do not have enough resources. Okay, how big is the panel takers? Okay, 1 metals and 2 steel. 2%, that's nothing. That's not worth actually doing anything about. Though, there are certain places where we could improve it. Are we... Damn, we can't get more white metals, can we, anywhere? It's technological metals. Hold on, let me check. White metals. Improve domestic, no. Nope, we never actually had the option. And the other thing was steel, right? Yeah, Isfahan that we bypassed. Okay, so while we could do stuff with steel, which might actually be worth it, or, you know what, if I wasn't a complete moron, I would have decided that we get more excavation, because that's gonna fix all of our problems connected to the increase in production. Hold on, let me just check this one more time. So I could get more stuff from here if we upgraded the infrastructure. That's cool. Not from here, and we can't run from here. So this is that Balochistan? No, Greater Khorasan. So let's check if we can get more infrastructure in Greater Khorasan. Greater Khorasan. So you gave us something, you gave us something, we already have that. And that's it. That's all she wrote. So we can actually construct there. Greater Khorasan, and those building sites. Okay, so we can freely upgrade the infrastructure in here. is super cheap, so we can put it here as the next target. And this would give us more oil. Pretty much all there is. Yeah, we can improve our steel production, which will at least alleviate a bit of the problems. So let's schedule that as a thing that's gonna happen, because it has to. Okay, I think you are also going to improve the tax costs significantly, aren't you? The Ministry of Agriculture. Combine the civilian industry and... Okay, opinion of the bazaar increases by 5. That's a reduction in tax. You lower tax revenue from population, but then you encourage wheat production and give us tax lowered by 3%, which is just amazing. Currently have 5%. So with the increase from bazaar, it's gonna drop to something like 1.5%. That's just amazing. I mean, it is truly amazing. You know what? Let's do it this way. Let us do it this way. And GDP is actually important for us right now, so let us switch this slightly. An exciting day for an IPO. What a terrible day to have eyes. Oh hey, wait, you did this. You stole industrial blueprints. Decryption 2. Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted, but... Okay, let's infiltrate you again. I'm gonna send Muhammad and Infiltration effectiveness. Our not the best people that we have for the job, to be quite honest. So commencement ready and prepare. And you are now defending Iran. Well, but I mean, encryption itself is pretty good. And we'll get it. Oh no, that's decryption. Okay, we'll get it in 81 days. Super cheap. Super cheap. Okay, we have influenced Kurdistan even further. 21% now. Target other influence, but nobody cares about Kurdistan. Literally nobody. Which is sad, because while I said that as an in-game joke, it seems to be a realistic assessment of the world. Nobody really cares much about Kurdistan, or the Kurds for that matter, which is even worse. Okay, I think I haven't sent you on the mission, so let me send you to both Intel Network in Saudi Arabia, because you can do that. Speaking of which, we are not having any progress here. Hidden intelligence gained from agents and infiltrated assets, diplomatic training, black operations, improvised explosive, psychological warfare, coordinated strike. Yeah, I wanted the interrogation techniques, but to be quite honest, right now we are more interested in the economy, so let's continue pushing that. Oman Oil Company IPO. Now, debt is slowly approaching 30% of the GDP, and we are getting extremely close to being able to get the 2 more slots. That would be just a great idea. You're taking 70 days. Well, but the corporate tax revenue is gonna be worth it. Okay, how many in population? Wow, slowly approaching 67 million. That's not bad. We're not really doing any genetic stuff at this point, but we really should keep pushing that. Monthly population, yeah, all of you just give monthly population. But if we move this way, and we get some extra benefits, that seems like a good next choice. These two, and then, yeah. But we'll have to do the excavation too. Fortunate and construction. Railway constructions. Not real. All that improvement. Okay, depth is at 30.1%. It's amazing. Kurdistan's influence is 25%. Do we want to try to start manipulating politics? I mean, we can try. I'd like to see what the effect is gonna be. They don't have any party here. Western outlook, emerging, non-aligned, nationalist. So it would be interesting to see that. Tanks are being produced. Looking fairly good. I like that we're starting to stockpile trains. Puppeting Kurdistan is a good next step, and then you have to deal with one of the other neighbors. Azerbaijan might be a good next target, though they have a Western outlook, so we definitely need to change that. What does Azerbaijan's tree give us? Increased influence, change in popularity of emerging. Azeri Islamic institution and free militia brigades, more influence, and we get more influence on the revolutionary guards. Okay, so we're done with you, and now which way, my good man? Do we want the civilian industry and then this? No, that's actually quite costly. Let's go with this one first. Okay, so financial support for farmers. That's actually self-explanatory, I guess. We got a bit of an increase here, didn't we? Yep, 1.62 billion every week. Nice. Nice. And we finished the modern armor. So, while that sounds like just a small thing, it actually is not. Because that crosses over most of our things. We're using the late Cold War medium tank gun. So I was thinking of researching the light gun, but I'm not sure who is using that if anti-tank can. Did the AFV do that? Well, we get the APC and IFV here, so let's deal with that first. Improved chassis, which were dominating the field of battle in the 1970s and 80s. Oh, the times. Okay, depth is finally back again under 30%, which is good. And yeah, I think one more office. Wow, we've actually already built one of those infrastructure projects that we set. Not bad at all. Yeah, and the next one is going to give us 2 steel, which is going to eliminate the penalty here. Oh, actually it eliminated both of them. Even though the game did not tell us that. When it doubled, yeah, it gave us... Nice, okay. So, still, we are pushing the limits of our current production. We have to wait a bit more before we can influence Kurdistan. I feel so bad screwing up with their politics, but on the other hand, we'll provide them with proper protection from whatever is going to happen. They'll be safe with us, and we'll guarantee their safety. Financial support for farmers. It's gonna be done soon. That's gonna hit our budget fairly harshly, I'm pretty sure. So the population tax income is higher, much higher, so yeah, that shaved off any benefits that we had before. But now we can encourage wheat production, which increases stability, gives us political power, and it lowers tax cost by 3%, which means I think immediately 2 extra factories, and down the line much reduction in the long run. Come on. Finish building it up. I want my 2 research slots. You're infiltrating. You're really doing a good job stealing stuff from the enemy. Oh, wait, I forgot to upgrade our tanks and everything. So Zulfigar 22E will be now upgraded to Zulfigar 2-3, which gets a huge boost in armor, 10% boost in breakthrough, and 10% boost in defense. For the Isfahans, it's gonna be the same thing. Armor, yeah, armor is actually almost 1/4 better. These are nice. So Isfahan 1/4. And the Mao is also going to get upgraded. So let's change the production of all of these. So Isfahan, where are you? Here. Mao and Zulfigar. Looking pretty nice, actually. Looking really nice. How are our... What? Did this, like, crazily increase our costs in steel? What the hell happened? Oh, it did. I did not realize that. It's probably gonna be the same for the other ones, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So, it's official, we need to start importing steel. I think China. Well, we could start importing from Russia directly, so let's import from Russia. That actually hurts our production significantly, but not as bad as we might think. It's gonna hurt us way more in the future when we need to start producing all of this. Jesus. Never hitting the limits of our autarky, to be quite honest. Pretty dramatically. Come on, get influenced. Get influenced. Oh, and I wanted to check on our army units.
How about you?
You're done! Okay, that's good. So we're pretty good. And we influenced Kurdistan. So let us start a blueprint stealing project here. I'm gonna use you, Mohammed, and import Parsi. It's risky. Risk 20% because of you. Oh, I guess then we'll do it like this then. Not much of a choice other than that. Okay, you are being upgraded, you are being upgraded, everything is looking fine here. What I wanted to check, yes, was on units. Intervention force. we do a tank company would help significantly, but it would require more main battle tanks, but we do have enough in the storage to do that. So that'd be pretty good. And it would really help a lot with everything. Even air attack, that's the fun part. Hard attack, soft attack. If we added an armored battalion, okay, much of a difference. Allied air assault, not gonna help us so much. Sure, can we change the engineers for something? What about a heavy engineering company? Plus utility vehicles, which we don't have much, but the difference would be staggering. Yeah, extra attack. I'll have to look into that later. Okay, lower that depth as much as you can. Give me the wheat production. Give me all the wheat. All the wheat. You're gonna be done when? 27th of January. Okay. I think that's when we're gonna call it a day, because that might bump us over the GDP limit. Hopefully it could. Hopefully it could. If not, then we'll have to wait for the next episode. Not much we can do. Yes! It did! It actually freaking did! Amazing. So, you know I was talking about the depth, right? Not much we can do here. Okay, but we're gonna gain 2 extra research slots for... What is it, 160 billion? Yeah, 161 billion actually. But 2 extra research slots are coming in 90 days. Which will allow us to actually start working on our Air Force, which, truth be told, wasn't really good. I think we're gonna use Sakih Multi-role fighters. Yeah, I guess we can only focus on the multi-roles here. Sakih would be worth producing actually if we get to it, and then we can use our technology to actually work on the helicopters. Okay, so Sakih is gonna be the first project that we're gonna get, and we can get the super cruise as well. Actually, can you bump up the aircraft in here or not? You can. So it might be worth to actually bump up the Sakih slightly so that the version that we'll start producing is going to be really good from the very beginning. And as far as Navy goes, that is a question. We definitely want the Corvette. That is something that I would like. We're using Corvettes left and right, so getting those is a good idea. But then, oh no! What we need to is to get the improved helicopter deployment. So Corvette and improved helicopter deployment, and then a better helicopter operator hull, because that makes sense as we're using those. Frigates, we're not using all that much, but we can look into those. And destroyers is something that... Destroyers is probably going to be our main fighting force, to be quite honest. Because as I saw it, in the Blue Water Navy, we should have a couple of destroyers that are going to be the main attack force. Anti-ship force. They're going to be escorted by a helicopter operator, which is going to be focusing on anti-submarine warfare. We have corvettes, which are going to be anti-air, and we might have a couple of all-purpose frigates just to support. So that would be the ideal situation. The frigates, the cruisers and carriers are not something that we want, and the submarines are also something that I would like. But there's just look at the hell. There are so many technologies. So we'll be happy if we actually get the corvettes, operator hulls, and destroyers off the ground, because this is just crazy. Okay, but thank you very much for joining me. This has been a great episode. Actually, I'm gonna finish up the wheat production here, because that is something that I would like to have, and we're gonna see what the effect is gonna be. I think it's gonna give us the 2 factories that we're actually using to import steel from Russia, so they're gonna negate that. But without the improved mining, we won't be able to boost the production of the mouse anyway, because they will cost 2 light materials. Yeah, it's not enough. Each one of the excavations is gonna give us extra light metal, so that's that. Okay, so yep, that gave us exactly what we were paying for that, so that is pretty darn good. Anyway, thank you very much. As I said, this has been a good episode. We're moving forward really rapidly. It's speeding up. We're becoming a regional power, and in the next episode we're gonna start dealing with Kurdistan. Huh. More political power. Iran has above further influence, that's true. Iran's a top 3 influencer in Kurdistan, that's true. With more political power. What are we missing? A top 3. I'm missing something here, but either way we can just keep bumping it up. Attempt a coup. Economic exploitation and then turn into puppet. Well, our goal is to turn it into a puppet, so if that is what we're gonna do, then that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, see you next time.